Tomorrow is the start of a brave new world with such people in it. It takes a lot of guts to do what you have to do. Because deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing. This is not a formal video. School is starting up again, and the law has been passed that takes away electronics. It's frustrating, to say the least. In fact, I'm not going to get into how I really feel because it would just not make things better. Now, people who sit at school and get bullied, people that just need a distraction, a break, a coping mechanism, something just to take their mind off of all the pain, is now gone. Hundreds of thousands of teens are depressed, and their depression doesn't get better. The reason why depression is so hard to deal with is because you feel hopeless. You don't feel like you can do anything about it. Like you have absolutely no control in your life. And it's horrible. It's horrible because it's your life. And you're constantly being told what to do, how to do it, what to do. And you don't get a choice. Sure, we can go into how technically you have a choice to just not go, but then you got the law. You can't skip school. If you get caught enough times, you'll get put in juvie. It's how fucked our government is, how fucked the law is. So now, this year, I fear the worst, because all the bullying that happens online, all the rude and mean things that are being said, now they have to find a way to express themselves. And wouldn't you know it, there's already a way for them to do that. We will now see an increase of physical violence and verbal bullying because of this new law. And it's sickening because they knew what they were doing. All they care about is that students get an education. And I don't disagree. People need to learn the basics, at the very least. You don't need to go to college, but you do need to at least learn the basics of living. Now, do I agree with the school system and the fact that you're treated like a slave for 12 years of your life? No. But I do agree that at least a few years, should be required, and the rest should be optional. Now, me personally, I would choose not to go for a variety of reasons. We all know that school lunch fucking sucks. That's just not a secret. And we know that classes are horrible. They're hard. They take a lot of focus, and when you have people being idiots and causing a commotion, makes it hard to do your job. And I hate the argument of, think of the teachers, they barely get paid. My only response to this is two things. I feel bad that they get paid so little. But my other side of this is they work for the state. They work under a corrupted government, and they enslave children in schools. Sure, they can't physically stop you from leaving, but if you leave, they're obligated to call law enforcement and your parents. So when people give teachers crap, I don't care. And I know that doesn't make me a good person, but I just don't care. If I spent my whole life worrying about the teachers being treated horribly, I'd never have time to reflect on how horribly I'm treated, how my friends are treated, how the other classmates, my peers, my family are treated. Now, I do feel for them, and sometimes I will put a stop to it, but depression's a slippery slope. I'm in pain. Why can't they help me? Why can't they take my pain away? Why can't I feel better? And I know this sounds just like a rambling, depressed teen who lacks therapy, but I've been getting therapy for 5 years. Therapy just doesn't work for some people. I'm not going to say therapy never works, but a lot of the times it just doesn't work, but people rave about how it does. And nobody wants to believe it, but at least half the time, therapy just doesn't work for people. Because either the pain is just too much to bear, or you just can't ever solve the problem. So now we have to roam the halls. We have to sit in the classroom. We have to go outside. And we have to fear. We have to fear being hit, or kicked, or pushed around, or verbally abused, being called slurs, sworn at, getting threats dished out at you. And it was always bad. Bullying has always been a horrible, horrible problem that nobody addresses. Have you ever wondered why there has never been a school with no bullies? And I know what you're thinking. It's not just because people are terrible, and you can't always limit and kick out terrible people. It's because they just don't care. The school isn't obligated to deal with it. What they're obligated to do is teach you. That's it. They don't have to put up with your problems. I know that from first-hand experience. You can try all you want to make a difference in the school system. You won't get anywhere. Now, sure, there are a select few people that maybe have a chance, but for just the everyday person, you'd have better luck raving about it online and hoping, just praying that somebody in power hears it and takes it to heart. But the likelihood of that is never going to happen because the world is horrible. It's a horrible place. Two of the lines that I quoted at the very beginning of this video are from Edgar Allan Poe. and I believe the other one's from Hamlet. Or not Hamlet, Shakespeare. I feel that those lines are fitting for this world. And another one. I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Quote from Oppenheimer. Because soon, people are going to realize just how horrible this decision was. And I'm not going to keep ranting about this. This has gone on for far too long. So if you see this and you feel the same way, post in the comments if you want to follow me or if you want to talk on Discord. I am always available to chat. Well, not during school hours because, the world and it's fucked. But I am a person that knows how cruel and hurtful the world can be. So if you need someone to talk to, someone to vent to, someone just to hang out with, to be a friend, someone is out there for you. I am out there for you.